On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And he'll get this underneath to Bell. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability. To read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Mahomes going to try and run. Mahomes going to fire this out wide to Hill. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. 38-yard line, 2nd and 11. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. It's a gain of 4, but they're still looking up here at a tough 3rd and 11. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And this is caught by Watkins. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards. Mahomes now on 1st down. Throw left side complete. That's Bell. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, just keep throwing it. We're doing it.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 16. First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Chris Jones on the stop.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now on third down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Jackson from the shotgun. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on third. On first and 10, it's Dobbins. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
Dobbins, the ball carrier.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
From the 44, Jackson, they set up the screen to Hill. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 11 yards there, first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Now Jackson on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. First carry now for Gus Edwards. And he'll take this close to a first down at the Chiefs' 37. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up. And we'll break that one soon.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. We're scoreless after 1.
With no score.
Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with 4th down and 1. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So the kick from here on a field goal would have been right at 53 yards, but instead, offense out there. They're going for it. They're going for it with Dobbins. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on fourth.
At first glance, I actually wasn't sure that he got it, but he ended up getting it by about a full yard.
He certainly did, but it took a little effort, didn't it? Took some nice push, a little crease inside, and some determined running to make sure that he got the first down.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so he didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
The first running back drafted in April, this is Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Back to the ground, this time with Bell. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative. But you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
From the gun on third down, Mahomes forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to fourth down.
It's 4th down.
No move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They'll go for it with Bell. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. On first down, Dobbins. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Derek Nottie makes the tackle.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson got his man complete over the middle. It's Andrews.
Complete to Mark
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
He may try and run for this. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. He has enough for the first down on the keeper, a gain of 6.
I do know that owners, when they watch their quarterbacks run with the football, they usually hold their breath because that's the franchise. But when you're getting that kind of a gain, hard to argue against calling it.
2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. We remind remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It was Frank Clark that time who got in there to bring him down.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Looking for Snead, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
If you're a lover of offense, this has not been the half for you thus far. Luckily for me, though, I'm sitting next to a lover of defense, and we have had plenty of that, including that interception.
Yeah, and I mean, that still makes it a great game, doesn't it? Everybody talks about if the ball's not in the end zone and points going up on the board, it's not as much fun. I love these defensive battles. Something's got to give with these turnovers. Who can convert them into points?
And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Marlon Humphrey with the tackle defensively. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack for Mahomes and company. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already.
7-yard line.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. It's brought in here by Willie Snead.
And they are into field goal range now as he's got the first down at the 26. And 22 more yards there and another first down. Here's 2nd and 10.
From the gun, Jackson. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. The Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu, there defensively to make the play.
3rd down and 10 yards to go.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Jackson will throw again. The Kansas City defense tough to throw on there, and now it's 4th down. It was Tyrann Mathieu, the Honey Badger, there to knock it away.
4th down.
So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker Justin Tucker out onto the field. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good. And we have action on the scoreboard just before halftime. It's 3-0. So we will not go into the lockers tied. We do have a leader in the clubhouse, so to speak.
Man, it's only 3 points. Doesn't seem like much, but it looms big the way that they got it done right before the half ended.
Fielded near the back of the end zone.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
He was looking for Watkins that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down. they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
Hey, 4-1 Mike, 4-1 Mike. I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear in that offense. 41 Mike.
Final shot before the half from Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half.
Kickoff for Kansas City.
These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. Set at the line for this next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
On 2nd and 12, Jackson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Here's Sam Cook now as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked out at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll try and get the running game going with Bell. Well, that gives them a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup.
Back near his goal line. Here's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary has really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. Fourth down. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They do go for it. It's Mahomes. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Facing a fourth down, they come away with 18 yards and the first down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10.
Out of the shotgun, it's Bell.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Calais Campbell on the stop. That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and
They'll go again with Bell. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Mahomes now to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0.
Chiefs, nothing. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken about 7 yards deep. And Hardman going to go ahead and sit on this one as it'll come out to the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. Now here's Mahomes. Stepping up. He's going to keep it. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs.
Now Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 45 yards. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18.
He lost 6 there on the first down play.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Second and 16. Jackson.
That's taken in by Duvernay.
And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
On third down, Jackson. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to fourth down.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
A great return there of 22 yards. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10.
At their own 42-yard line.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
We're back now in KC. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs have taken the lead.
So that, Charles, his 2nd touchdown of the ball game. He had the more standard receiving touchdown earlier. This time he finds the end zone in the run game.
Yeah, it's almost as if he said, well, that's how I normally do it. That's almost boring. Give me another opportunity. This time I'll use my legs only and get into the end zone.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Dobbins, the ball carrier.
I really enjoy watching Lamar Jackson run those RPOs, Charles, but I'll tell you what, it's tough calling play-by-play because you don't know whether he handed it off or kept it.
Makes you focus, doesn't he? You've got to try and stay with it, and even when we do, we often can get it wrong because our eyes naturally go to him because he creates big plays. But if you're a runner and you're playing with Lamar Jackson, aren't you happy? He creates so much concentration on him, it should open up things for you.
Ingram again, a first down carry. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Edwards now on 1st and 10. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Jackson. Buying time to his left. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, 34 yards. And the Ravens have retaken the lead.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Now this time Mahomes will throw. He is going to find Hill here. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
The ball carrier.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. 1st down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play.
8-yard line.
Back to throw, Mahomes. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. And he'll be tackled at about the 35.
Mark Ingram, the ball carrier.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Again, they'll run with Ingram. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Oh, Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
On 3rd down, here's Dobbins. And he's going to have a Ravens first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right, they need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. Right back to Dobbins on 1st. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46.
He was brought
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 46.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
17.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And, of course, this win, a big one. They can hang their hat on this victory on the road against the defending Super Bowl champs.
And you know how difficult it is for the team that wears the crown, because they're going to get everyone's best shot. So let's face it, they circled this game. We're going to go in there and take down the defending Super Bowl champs. This is our opportunity. They're not going to walk out of here with a trophy today, but they will walk out with respect around the league. And to them, that's vitally important.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From Kansas City, so long, everybody.